Well, how do you feel about the proposed downtown light rail tunnel? It depends on where you live and work. From Cumberland to Orleans, the cost of the tunnel is a hot issue on the campaign trail. CTV's Karen Solomon has the story.
I'm Mike McGuire, candidate for mayor. A downtown Ottawa tunnel and LRT will raise property taxes 16%.
Ottawa mayoral candidate Mike McGuire has launched a series of radio ads targeting property taxes and the proposed downtown tunnel.
I think the downtown Ottawa tunnel, in terms of an expenditure at this point, is a terrible idea.
McGuire says the $2.2 billion LRT tunnel will absorb infrastructure money for an entire generation. Suburban candidates for council share that concern.
We support the vision of light rail, but we want to see the tenders. We want to see what the final costs are going to be.
Transit is a big issue for voters in the suburbs. Candidates are hearing they don't want to wait decades for light rail to reach them, so there are alternatives.
What I want to do if I'm elected councillor is I'm going to work to extend the transitway to Scotiabank Place.
And in the East End, one candidate says the tunnel should be shelved in favor of building LRT links east, west, and south.
We've got the highest ridership of OC Transpo in this city, and it's going to be 25 or 30 years before the residents of Orleans and Cumberland can benefit from a multi-billion-dollar train plan.
McGuire says there's a way to reach everyone. Surface rail, using existing track.
It's about $215 million to bring people in from Canada, Orleans, Riverside South, and Barrhaven, as opposed to $2.5 billion to take people 12 kilometers from Tunney's to Blair.
Rivals Jim Watson and Larry O'Brien support the tunnel for light rail. Andy Hayden supports a downtown bus tunnel. And the transit plan is far from a done deal. The new council has to pore over the finances and approve it. We already know there's $600 million from the province and the feds. The big question for candidates we spoke to today is what's the long-term price tag for citizens, Graham?
And Karen, more on that. Do the suburbs people there in the outlying areas, are they feeling left out here even though they have to foot part of the bill if the tunnel gets built?
Well, both Stephen Blais and Alan Hubley say transit is the #1 issue at the door. Blais says people would rather be spending quality time with their families rather than commuting time in the car or on the bus. And in the West End, Hubley says buses are packed to get downtown and many times passengers have to wait for the next one. So paying for a downtown tunnel while waiting decades for light rail to reach the suburbs isn't popular for them. And this isn't a make or break issue for the mayoral candidates like it was in the last election, but from what we hear today, it is for the voters. Graham?
CTV's Karen Solomon reporting live tonight. And a reminder about advance polls this weekend. The first takes place tomorrow. 117 voting stations will be open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check our website for a link to the polling station nearest you. The next advance polling day or advanced voting day will be Thursday, October 14th. And of course, Election Day is Monday, October 25th.